able to just like let myself relax, if anything will heal your mental health, it's a good chocolate chip cookie. If you've been keeping up with the vlogs, you know what I'm doing right now. I'm heading off to yoga, and I'm actually running a little early today. I am always late, or to the second on time. I almost did my first crow pose last night, and I'm very proud of myself. If this is what crow is, if you're not sure. But I feel like I'm just like doing the damn thing recently. That's why I'm extra excited to go to yoga today, because I've just been feeling like super strong this week after recovering from quite literally the most traumatic period I've ever had. Oh, not me. I think I just hit something in my driveway. I started to get really anxious, and I just decided to take myself out of the house. I feel like it's important for me to just get out of my environment. I got myself an iced mocha, which is incredible, and I just got a little breakfast sandwich, even though it is 2 p.m. And I also got this chocolate chip cookie because I could not leave that behind. I'm feeling wicked anxious and upset at myself because I was having a good morning, and then I swear to God, sometimes I will just think myself into having a bad day when I started the day off strong. I felt really good in yoga. I felt really good on the way home. Part of it is that I'm hangry right now, but my sandwich is 1,000 degrees, so I need to give it a minute. Also, I've decided we're having a therapy session, me and you, so there's that. This happens almost every single week on Friday. You know, I'm looking forward to the weekend all week. I'm looking forward to Friday, which is my flex day, and I like specifically try to set up my Fridays so I can just do whatever I want. The issue is I feel like my brain like really needs structure every single week. It is so jarring on Friday to like not have a routine. I want to get better at like just being flexible and just doing what I want and like listening to my body and like what I want to do that day. And I like leaving it up in the air. But then in reality, when I actually don't plan anything, I like literally make myself upset for no reason. It's just so frustrating, and I don't know like if this is anxiety or like what it is, or like rumination. I'm honestly like not sure, but I have this issue where if I'm just left to my own thoughts, I will think about every single possible thing I could do that day. For example, I brought my book with me. I have like 100 something pages left of my book. I'll be like, okay, I want to finish my book today, but then maybe I should do this. But I've also been wanting to do this. I probably should do this. And like, they literally come so fast at every angle, like all at once. Again, it's like they're literally not important things, but I feel like because I don't have a structure on Fridays, my brain has to make a big deal out of something. And it's like, okay, let's make a big deal about like wanting to finish your book. That is so stupid. Like, why do I actually get myself so anxious over like absolutely nothing? It like actually makes me want to scream. I just want to be like, okay, we're done with that. Like, let's just move on. And a lot of the times, like, to start that process, I need to get out of my environment. So that's what I'm doing right now. Sandwich is being eaten. Anyway, I basically get into this like space where I'm just overthinking every single little thing, and then I get stuck in like decision paralysis where I will literally spend the entire day trying to come up with this perfect plan of how I would ideally spend my day off, and like I end up actually not doing anything. So I understand that like the way to get out of that is just to like pick something and go with it, and it's okay. Like, I have to just pick something and like be okay with, you know, that I'm not fully happy with the decision. It's just frustrating. I don't have an answer of how to fix it because I quite literally go through this every single week. I do go to therapy and I do talk about this, and we always go back to the fact that it's my perfectionism. It is time for the cookie. Oh yeah. I was a little worried because the bottom is quite burnt, but it's actually still really soft, and this is incredible. If anything will heal your mental health, it's a good chocolate chip cookie. The worst part is I usually actively know that I'm doing this. Like, I know I'm ruminating on it, and I know I need to pick a decision, but even having to pick that one thing to like help me move forward, picking that one thing is actually so hard. Like, I need to download an app where you can just like put the options on the wheel and spin it, and like it just chooses for me. Even though it can be the most inconsequential thing to do, it feels so big to me. Like, it feels like whatever decision I make actually has like such a big way on me. I don't know how else to explain it, but like the decision feels extremely important. And when I do talk about this with my therapist, we always just talk about, especially in these moments when I'm feeling this way, it tends to be times where like I don't feel good enough, and unfortunately any decision I make, because I'm already feeling like this to my core, it doesn't even matter what decision I end up making, I am still like not gonna feel good enough, because spoiler alert, you cannot be perfect as hard as you may try. And that is just a horrible realization. I don't know, guys. I also get really overwhelmed by the fact that this morning I'll feel really good. And I knew I was going to yoga this morning, so I did that, killed it, was feeling amazing, singing and dancing on the way home, like felt incredible. The literal moment that my brain realized that I didn't have a next step in my day, it like completely set me off. Sometimes I can come back from it. A lot of the times once that happens, I'm just truly like stuck in the spiral for the rest of the day, which sucks so much. And I don't want to be like this. Like, it's so annoying and upsetting, and I also am so embarrassed to like even be talking about this, because again, it's like it just feels so stupid, because the thing I have nothing to do. I'm so lucky that like I have this day. I just should be feeling so lucky that I have nothing to do and be able to just like let myself relax. But I just feel like if I'm not being 100% productive, I don't know, like create this like perfect day off for myself, or like anytime I have free time, I do this. It's not just on this particular day. I don't want to have to weigh how I'm doing in every spare moment where I'm not doing something for somebody else. Like, if I'm doing something for myself and just choosing to have free time, why can't I give myself the grace to like just enjoy that time with myself? And I have been making so many strides on spending time by myself, and I honestly do love it. I've been feeling so good recently. Like, I feel like I'm in the best spot that I have truly ever been. But then when I have these moments, I like tricks my brain into being like, actually you've made no progress, and the only way that you will be your best self if like you stop doing this. Like, everybody's gonna have ups and downs, and sometimes you do have ups and downs within the same day, but it's like I'm always in the back of my mind judging where I'm at. Like, I'm always like, okay, you did XYZ, which means you're doing well, but you did this, so gonna knock you down a few rungs. It's so exhausting. I'm so sick of like judging myself, and it's like I'm always sitting there on the sidelines with my like little clipboard. What decisions are you making? And like constantly I have this like little judgment person on my shoulder that's like, you wasted that time, you wasted that whole day. I just want her to pack her bags and get the frick out of here, because I'm like, can I just have a damn minute? I don't know if any of that made sense, and I'm sorry if it was complete gibberish, and I'm so sorry to myself who has to edit that footage, but I'm gonna read some of my book that I've been really enjoying. I've been reading The Summer of Broken Rules. This has been the cutest little book. This is my book club book this month. I don't know how the other girls are feeling, but I was pleasantly surprised. I'm only like a little over halfway, but I've been really enjoying it. The romance is so cute. This book so far is feeling very Lynn Painter. If you like Lynn Painter, you would probably really like this book. I love the way that she writes about affection and like explaining how it feels to having feelings for somebody, especially when it's new. I feel like she's just like nailing it. Last night when I was reading, there was a freaking Friends reference, and if you know me, I am a big Friends girly, and they made a reference to them being each other's lobsters, which if you watch Friends, it's just like a cute way to say that they're soulmates. They're like very new when he says this. I love that Whit is so unapologetic about how he feels about her. I feel like the last few books I've read, it's been like, oh, we like each other, but like we're not even gonna admit it to ourselves. But I feel like with both of them, it's been like a very natural progression of friendship to having feelings for each other, but just like in the cutest freaking way, and there's just no miscommunication. It's like, no, we like each other and we're adorable. Also, their dialogue is literally incredible. I just love like the way that they talk to each other. Their banter like really reminds me of me and Casey. They're just like not serious with each other. I don't know. I just think it's so cute, and an author can like put in those little moments that feel so real. It just takes me back to me and Casey being middle schoolers and having our first kiss after school, and like both wanting to kiss each other but being like so nervous. I feel like she has captured that energy in this book so well. I'm probably gonna read for a little bit, but I'm probably gonna go home. I'm feeling a little bit better now that I like talked it through. And I feel like that's the most important thing, is like to not just keep it inside and literally just tell someone. And even though it feels irrelevant and embarrassing, sometimes it's nice to just acknowledge how you feel and tell somebody. When you're saying it out loud, it just reminds you that it's not that important, it's not that deep, and we can move on. So I'm feeling a little better actually, and I do think I was hangry. So that was part of the problem as well. Thank you for listening to me absolutely ramble for way too long in this car. I appreciate you dearly. And if you suffer from the same ways of thinking that I do, please leave anything in the comments below that has helped you in the past, or any tips at all. I would absolutely love it. Don't hold back, because I am so sick of like going through this cycle every week. I just took a much needed nap. I'm gonna go for a little walk. Hi, Sharpie. Mama loves you. It's feeling very fall today, and I'm just gonna lean into the mood. Actually, when you go outside, it's pretty humid and still pretty hot, but I have my little Primark sweatshirt on today, some little biker shorts, and some fuzzy socks, and I just want to stay cozy. Samson usually wakes us up at like 7:30 on the dot, and he miraculously let us sleep till 8:30 today, so I'm feeling a little bit more refreshed. I read this morning a little bit. I'm currently about to make my fixation breakfast. I feel like it should be on its way out, but I've been really into my chickpea flour frittata. I don't even know what you'd call it, but pretty much like a veggie omelet, but with not real eggs. It just slaps every freaking day. It really does. You just mix equal parts chickpea flour and nutritional yeast. Add your favorite veggies, and you literally just cook it like a pancake, and it tastes delicious. I put sriracha on top, or I'm putting some cheese in it, whatever you want, and it's delicious. It really is, and it keeps me full and satisfied, which I love. I am determined to have a better day today than I did yesterday. I just want to really try today to like just go with the flow. I just want to practice. I want to practice going with the flow, which I'm not good at, but I feel like that's the only way I'm going to start to feel better, is if I just intentionally have days where I'm just like really paying attention to my intuition and how I want to spend my days. We have plans tomorrow with Casey's family, but today I don't really have any other plans. I don't really have anything specifically to do, which, as we talked about yesterday, is not usually good for me. So I'm gonna try my best today to just go with the flow, whatever that may take us. I'm having the urge to like tell you things that could be possibilities, but that's exactly what I'm not supposed to be doing. So I'm just gonna take you along for the journey. Cross my fingers. I just finished the few first chapters of Savor It, and I'm honestly really enjoying it. Not that I wasn't expecting to enjoy it, but my friend that recommended it to me, we just always joke that like we have completely opposite tastes in books. Like if she loves a book and she recommends it to me, I'll probably hate it, and vice versa. So I'm actually enjoying it so far. Samson is being very loud right now, and I'm trying to ignore him. Anyway, me and Casey just got ready to leave, and we're going to visit his parents. I don't really know what we're getting up to. We're probably just gonna get some food and relax. This is kind of our Sunday afternoon routine. We usually go visit them. I usually bring my book and read and do my weekly planner at their house. It's a very rainy day. We're just leaning into it. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy.